a great weekend. It is Monday, and today I want to share with you from Genesis chapter 27. We're reading this story about several people. We're reading about Isaac, his wife Rebecca, and their sons Jacob and Esau. And so what happens? This is a chapter talks about how Jacob steals Esau's blessings, and it talks about Isaac when he was old and he was beginning to lose his eyesight, and he asked Esau to go out and go on a hunt and bring back prepare a meal for him. And Isaac said, "Hey, listen, Esau, if you go do what I tell you to do, then I'm going to give you a blessing." But Rebecca heard what happened and told Jacob to do exactly what I tell you to do. Rebecca told her son Jacob, says, "Listen, go out for a hunt, and we're going to feed your father, and then you're going to get a blessing." And so, but Jacob said, "Well, I'm hairy. I'm sorry. I have smooth skin. I'm not like my brother Esau, who is hairy." And so, what if Isaac, my dad, touches me? He will curse me. But Rebecca says, "Do as I told you, and if he curses you, then the curse will fall upon me. Just do what I tell you." So Jacob got goats and did what Rebecca, his mom, told him to do. Then she gave Isaac. Then Rebecca gave Jacob Esau's clothes and covered his arms and necks with a goat. And so if Isaac was to touch his son Jacob, he would be fooled and tricked, thinking it was actually Esau. And so anyway, what happens? Jacob tricked Isaac into thinking he was Esau. Jacob said, "God help me." He told his dad, "God help me. Come back quickly with a hunt to prepare this meal for you." And so Isaac touched Jacob. He says, "Well, you have a voice of my son Esau, but you feel like Isaac. Are you really Esau?" And so Jacob said yes. And so they ate together, and then Isaac goes to leans in to kiss Jacob, and when he does, he says, "I smell your clothes, and now I'm convinced," and blessed. And so he blessed Jacob. And he says this blessing, a couple of things happen in this blessing. The blessing that would happen, that there would be dew from heaven. He would experience riches on earth, abundant harvest, new wine, many nations, masters over brothers, and all who curse you will be cursed. All who blesses you will be blessed. And what a blessing that is, right? And as soon as he had finished blessing, Esau returned, and Isaac asked, "Who are you?" And then Isaac realized he had just been tricked and fooled, and the Bible says that he trembled uncontrollably. He tells Esau, "I've already blessed Jacob." And Esau cried out, "What about me?" And Isaac says, basically, "Your brother tricked me." And anyway, it says this in the chapter, says Esau hated Jacob and wanted to kill him, but Rebekah told Jacob his plot, and so Jacob runs and hides. And so here is my point to this whole story today. It's a long story, and you try to figure out, it doesn't seem fair that Esau seems like he was doing the right thing. And from the outside, it seems like he was doing the right thing, but you forget, and I forget, the story that happened in the last chapter that happened earlier, was that Esau did something really, really bad and really wrong, and he sold his birthright to his brother Jacob, and so that really displeased God. It was sinful, and it was a godless act. And what Esau did, Esau was willing to exchange something that was permanent, that will last forever, for something temporary. And I put here in my notes that there are consequences to our sin, and temporary choices can have eternal consequences. You know, your temporary choices may feel good, they may make sense in the moment, but if they're sinful and displeasing to the Lord, then they're going to have consequences. And because of Esau's choices, God ends up blessing Jacob, and that many nations will be blessed because of Jacob. Actually, it's really because of Isaac, and Isaac obeyed God, but it was through Jacob. And Esau, again, he was willing to give up a permanent spiritual blessing for a temporary physical desire. And so that's why God basically gave the blessing to Jacob instead of Esau, and was behind that whole plan. Anyway, here's my prayer today: is that God will bless us and those around us, that people will see that our lives point them to Jesus, not away from Jesus, but points them to Jesus, the love of God, and Jesus in our life. So God bless you. Hope you have a great day. Remember, you matter to me and you matter to God. God bless you. We will see you soon.